And before we have you, of course, we'll have you do the legendary Detroit Love intro in just a minute. Give it a second to hit all the feeds, of course. So, yeah. Oh, man. So what's the weather there today? It is going to be another 80-degree beautiful day here in Arizona.
I think we're actually supposed to get to 60 today.
Oh, 60?
Yeah, and then it'll snow on Wednesday. So
nice, man. Nice. And let's see here. We got snow on Wednesday. Man, dude, that's a big jump, man. That's like Chicago weather. It'll be 95 degrees one day and then 40 the next. Yep. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
And I was just looking at, I have an electric bike, which last year I rode 3,000 miles, over 3,000 miles for the season.
Yeah.
And as soon as the weather break, I'll be back out on the bike. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, I moved to Arizona and I became a total dork. I bought a convertible and I got 2 motorcycles. So I'm going through my midlife crisis already. So good morning, Pitbull. We're going to get the show started here. We're going to give folks another chance to join in just a minute. People are just starting to come in. And Detroit Love and I were just catching up on the weather. It is going to be another 80-degree day here in Arizona, and we couldn't be happier. And 60 degrees in Michigan, and you're now 3 hours ahead of me. It is 9 a.m. here in Arizona, and you're ready to have your lunch all the way out there.
Yep, sure.
That's pretty cool. All right, so let's do this. Let's get all set up. All right. So yeah, we got a packed show. For those tuning in early, I hope you stick around for the entire show. We're going to be dropping a bombshell announcement at the very end of the show, or at least, since the show is an hour long, if you have to take off and do something, make sure you come back before the end of the show, before 10 a.m. Pacific time. All right, guys, we're going to have, once again, our boy Detroit Love do the intro and kick us off, and I'll play the intro music.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Detroit Love and PDubs with a live video.
Hey, you like that? Was that better?
Yeah, that is new. It is nice.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Shout out to Keo Dyken. He helped me with that. That guy is awesome. Only going to be 50 degrees in upstate New York. Sean Powers, did you get your Tulsa Arcade's light up riser yet? Did JC ship it to you? I placed the order like a week ago. Let us know in the chat. Good morning, Chris. Welcome. Pitbull dropped a bombshell in the toilet earlier. We'll leave that for the explicit episode. Oh man, welcome everybody. Welcome. So this is episode 10. Good morning. It is Sunday, March 8th, 2020. This is episode 10 of the Loft Report, your arcade and gaming news headquarters, and I am joined once again by the amazing, the awesome Detroit Love. Everyone, make sure you subscribe to his channel. And Detroit Love, how you doing today, brother?
Man, it's awesome day. Awesome day. Had a great time with the wife last night, and dropped off my modded cabinet to my great nephew. So I started off really good.
Good, man. That's great. That's great. After this, I got some projects I want to work on, and then I definitely want to get outside and enjoy the weather today. That's for sure. Spring is coming, folks. Spring is coming. All right. So we got a full house. And let's see here. All right, guys. So we're going to kick off the show proper, and let's start diving through some news topics. For starters, BurgerTime. You are running out of time to get your orders in. I did an episode on my channel last night. I was playing around, and also I heard from somebody else that looks like those BurgerTime cabinets are going to be shipping tomorrow, Monday. Now, keep in mind, take that with a grain of salt. I did say that in my video last night. Unconfirmed, definite, because this is not coming from Arcade 1-Up directly, more or less from those folks who like to track stuff coming in through customs and stuff like that. We have guys who are always poking around doing that stuff. So hopefully those cabinets will be shipping, and hopefully people will start receiving them by Friday the 13th. Now, David McIntosh himself had posted a tweet on Twitter where he mentioned that The cabinet, we promised you they would ship March 1st, and they've shipped. But if you kind of read between the lines of his tweet, and Detroit Love, correct me if I'm wrong. Did I read it wrong? It sounded to me like the way he phrased it was, we promised you they would ship March 1st, and they have. But it sounded to me the way it was worded, what it means is they left China March 1st. Would you assume that that's correct? That they actually haven't shipped to folks in the United States? Nobody's received them. No one's gotten FedEx tracking data saying they've picked it up from the California warehouse. Right. So what do you think? Do you think that these things are on a boat sitting at the California warehouse ready to start being picked up tomorrow? Is that how you would?
I think you're right. It sounds like they just shipped from customs to the United States, but they did say that they will get the tracking information if indeed they are here. So we'll know real soon if that's the case, because we all know if it's coming from China, it can be a while and it can get stuck in customs. So I would think that he wouldn't say that if it's just coming from China now, because that could get stuck in customs anytime and be delayed. So
yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't say that they were shipping unless they were shipping here in the States, though.
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of folks are concerned about the arrival of those cabinets. And if you haven't received your email yet saying, hey, here's your tracking number, you're not going to get your cabinet until probably April. But if you were one of the lucky folks who got that email with that tracking number, you're probably going to get it here by mid-March, which honestly, if they originally said back in CES, the day it went live, hey, it's going to ship March 1st, but, if folks don't receive them until what, the 13th, the 15th, it's what, a 2-week delay? Is that so horrible?
No, not really. And again, this was only the people who, I think it was the first 1,500. He gave a number.
Yeah, first 1,000.
First 1,000, right.
Yeah, so first 1,000.
Right. So more likely, more people than that 1,000 ordered it. And that shipping thing that he mentioned is only for that first 1,000. So 1,001, we don't know when they're going to get theirs.
Yeah. What up? Wolfenos is in the house. Hey, everybody. Say hi to Wolfenos. Make sure you check out his stuff. And then, of course, we got Eric. What up, Eric? And all righty. So, Sean Powers, you're waiting on your BurgerTime cabinet. I will talk to my good friend, JC. And I'm sorry, your light up riser, and we'll find out what the status is. So don't you believe it?
I mean, that's the image. Every mod that I make for someone, whether it's vertical or horizontal, I'm putting his 32 gig arcade only image on it.
Yeah. So when that BurgerTime cabinet comes, and I've already been pretty clear about it, like I'm probably going to end up modding it. Like I'm like 90% certain. And there's a few ways to go, right? You stick a Raspberry Pi in there with the vertical Mr. Burns image, which is a really cool image.
Or you can rotate that as well, like my Galaga.
Oh yeah, or Wolfenos. And then also, if you want, you could just throw the 60-in-1 board in there. I've done that mod before, though, on my Miss Pac-Man, so I probably don't want 2 duplicated machines, so that's probably not going to happen. But here's the other thing. The new bad boy that everyone's really starting to get into in this community is coin ops. And you can get the coin ops like vertical image games or pinball games on that. But then again, it's supposed to be BurgerTime as the artwork, not really pinball cabinet. But either way, there's multiple ways to go. I have a feeling I'll end up doing the Mr. Burns vertical Pi image because I've been wanting to do that thing forever. And I think that would be a cool image or thing to put in that machine and keep the cabinet for the artwork.
Now, the only thing I didn't like about the Mr. Burns image is that the boot screen, once you got into it, it was vertical, but the boot screen was rotated as it was booting up, and that irritated the heck out of me. I mean, if I booted any one of these machines boot up as if they're arcade machine. You see no scrolling lines, no text, no logos. It boots into the intro video and then straight into the machine. That's how I like it. I don't like these to look like computers inside of arcade. I like them to look like they're arcade machines. Yeah,
and so when you first turn on, because I haven't done the image yet, so this is why. time to play another 9 holes there, buddy.
Right.
So what you're saying is when you first do the Mr. Burns vertical image and you fire it up, it's set horizontally and you got to flip it vertically. Is that what you're saying?
No. You know how when a Raspberry Pi or RetroPie boots up, it shows scrolling text and emulation station logo. All that stuff is rotated, scrolling this way, and then once it gets past that into the emulation station, then it's vertical. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense now. Okay, thank you. So Wolfenoz says that he would love to see Nintendo work with Arcade 1-Up, and he would love to see a Donkey Kong cab or something of that. And he says it's wishful thinking, and you'll pay a premium. And I agree. Nintendo, I don't see them officially licensing this stuff without collecting a serious licensing fee. And what if Nintendo came out with their own arcade cabinet? I mean, they have the technology and the resources. Why not? I mean, wouldn't that be nuts?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the Nintendo products, the Donkey Kong and those things like that are classic. I wouldn't have a cabinet without it. I would love to see that. I would love to have one. There's a few people who have modded and made 3/4 scale Donkey Kong machines. Those things look awesome. I don't have those skills, so I would need to buy one. But yeah, I would love to have the Nintendo, but I don't think they're going to do it. And things like that it just mystifies my brain. It's like there's money out there on the table for Nintendo to make, yet they don't want to make it. You know what I mean? If they put that out on any platform, it would go like crazy.
Yeah. So what I find now, let me throw this out there because this is a great talking point, guys. Now, a lot of these retro game companies like Taito and Sega and all these companies, they're not going to be building their own cabinets with their own IP, selling their own cabinets. They have no problem licensing that out to other companies. But what if somebody like Nintendo saw how much money Arcade 1-Up and AtGames and ToyShock and iiRCade, let's say towards the end of the year, all these companies are successful. And they're like, why should we license out our OP? We have the capital. We have the power. We can build our own arcade cabinet, whether it be a 3/4 scale, a full-size scale cabinet. What if they dove into the market and had a Nintendo IP cabinet? Would that be the only way we could officially licensed Nintendo arcade games? Why would they let someone else do it for them when they could do it themselves and keep more of the revenue? What do you think about that particular conversation?
Well, I mean, obviously they can do it. They hadn't. To me personally, it doesn't matter whether they're doing it themselves or Arcade 1-Up is doing it. I would love to see it happen.
Yeah, that would be cool. Either way, I think the moral of the story is, folks, we would love to see officially licensed Nintendo arcade games on an in-home arcade machine at a cost-effective price.
Right.
And hey, we got another celebrity in-house, Rexer. Guys, make sure you check out the Rexer show and subscribe to his channel. The guy does an amazing trivia show on his channel, and it's so much fun to watch. I've watched the replays. I'm determined to be on the next live trivia show that he does, and hopefully I can win some of those prizes, buddy. Okay. Chris wants to work on a Hyperkin Zapper mod and turn it into a Versus Duck Hunt cabinet. There you go. See, people want Nintendo, and that would be pretty cool. Sean says I could totally see them doing that. He's probably talking about Nintendo, but pricing it for like $1,000. Maybe, probably. Wolfenoz has got the aim track on his Pi right now. Works great. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get back on track. So yes, BurgerTime, you're running out of time. You definitely want to get your orders in according to the Arcade 1-Up website and other people who think they have all the behind the scenes intel that I just simply report. I don't make the news. I just deliver it. Supposedly less than 500 units are still available. So, if you want to get that cabinet, you're running out of time. All right, so something cute. Something cute that's come out recently, and actually it came out about 6 weeks ago, but I just discovered it myself. And for those of you who like the game Frogger, and if you're a console gamer, Frogger, there is a version of Frogger, the PlayStation 1 version of Frogger, and I'm going to share my. Let me get set up here. I'm going to share my screen, in just 1 second and show you guys this cool hidden level. And if anyone has Frogger on the PlayStation 1, whether you have it emulated or whatnot, definitely want to check this out. All right, so there we go. And let's get back to this. Okay, so there is a hidden level inside Frogger on your PlayStation 1, and it's designed as a Q*bert level. After the show ends, I'll put a link in the video description for this website, as well as a link for the YouTube channel where you can watch and see how it's done. But one cool thing about Frogger is you've always had that overtop view, and you're trying to get the frog into the right destination. But check this out, Carl. This is a hidden level where Frogger, it's set up like Q*bert, and look at how all these trucks and everything are moving around. And what do you think about doing that there?
And thank you so much
That's
for
weird.
the sub. I
don't see it moving.
I just wanted to say that
hang on.
I'm gonna support the charity.
we got it. All right, we had some kind of ad playing. Don't you love it when you pull up a website and their ads start playing? But either way, guys, so for Frogger, you definitely want to check that out if you're a Frogger fan. I have Frogger on the PlayStation 1, and I'm going to try and see if I can find that bonus level later on.
So the image that you just showed, what platform was that on?
That was PlayStation 1 Frogger, and supposedly that is a hidden level in Frogger. And I will, I'll post the links after the show because I haven't put them in the show notes yet.
Okay.
So you could go and play Frogger as if it was Q*bert.
Okay, interesting.
All right. Oh, and by the way, yes, I do have an update with Rex. So Rex lives in Vegas. Now, with my job as an insurance underwriter in Scottsdale, Arizona, about once every other month or once every month, I have to go to Vegas to visit brokers and visit with brokers and talk about insurance and underwriting and a bunch of stuff you guys don't want to hear about. But either way, I go to Vegas all the time, company paid. It's probably one of my favorite places on earth. Now, next time I go to Vegas, which is in 2 weeks, I'll be hooking up with Rexer from the Rexer Show, and him and I are going to be going to the Pinball Hall of Fame. I haven't been there yet. I've gone to Vegas like 25 times. I've never been to the Pinball Hall of Fame, so I'm super excited about going there and hanging out with such a cool guy like Rex from the Rexer Show. Carl, have you ever been to the Pinball Hall of Fame in Vegas?
I have not. I would definitely like to go check that out.
Yeah, it's amazing. And there's a lot of videos online about it. And I can't believe every time I go, I don't go. So we're going to make that happen. We're going to make that happen. So yes. Okay, so let's talk about the AtGames product availability. So switching gears once again. Now keep in mind, guys, we got a major AtGames bombshell towards the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. So earlier, a couple days ago, AtGames said, or not AtGames, Walmart, I'm sorry, once again, Sam's Club. Sam's Club showed that they had stock available and you could pre-order the AtGames Legends Ultimate again. And in less than an hour, it was sold out. And I think that upset some folks because they really want to get their hands on the Sam's Club bundle, right? Which would be, because, it's $100 cheaper. The dimensions of the machine are a little bit different. And also, you get the blast dongle, you get three months free of their subscription service, and it's considered the special edition of the cabinet. And it's sold out, and people were upset about it because it sold out so quickly, and I totally get it. I have a feeling that was a small batch. Could have been 50, could have been 100, who knows? But yes, but on the bright side, guys, is that they are available on Walmart. Yes, you're not going to get the bonus features, but if you're tired of waiting and tired of hoping and praying, it seems like Sam's Club bundles like winning the lotto trying to find those. Might as well get your order in. It's right there for the taking. Pre-orders are still available. And if you're tired of waiting, they are going to be shipping on March 16th, which is only like, 8 days away? So you're going to get your hands on your Legends Ultimate before you know it. So
they're arriving on my birthday there, March 23rd.
Free delivery March. Yeah. So shipping on the 16th, probably get there. Who knows? But I think also too, this depends on where you live as well. So when it arrives, the estimated arrival date. So when you log into your Walmart and it says you live in like Maine versus California, right next door to the warehouse, I'm pretty sure the delivery dates are going to be different. Let's see here. We got a question about the AtGames. Will they be available for the new fight stick that's coming out? So that's a really great question, Sean. I wish I could answer it. Now, AtGames did confirm that on the Legends Gamer, which is their new product, that you would have the ability to play your own ROMs and do that stuff. Now, whether the online capabilities, I think they're going to be there, but I haven't received rock solid that every single thing the Legends Ultimate does, the Legends Gamer does. I mean, we know it's missing a trackball. It doesn't have spinners. So you already know there's some games on the Legends you're probably not going to be able to play on the Gamer, but we don't know all the different capabilities yet of that device. So stay tuned for that. And we'll check that out. So yeah, guys, go ahead and get your orders in. That way you don't have to keep waiting. Keep waiting. Now let's move along here. What is that? We got Retro Ralph on our show. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to pull up something here from Detroit Love. What were you saying, Carl?
Well, I was just saying hello to Retro Ralph.
Yeah. No, I mean the YouTube screen. It was right there. So yeah. Okay, so what we have here before we get into elevator action is I'm trying to find your recent video. I thought this was very interesting. This is Detroit Love's Tech Tips. And let me get this going here. And on your recent mod, so this tell folks the story about your. Can you see this screen, the YouTube screen, or does it still show the AtGames? It still shows AtGames. All right, let me fix it. All right. Sorry, guys. Got too many windows open and getting myself all confused. All right, here we go. We're going to get you going right now. Okay, so taking a look at this particular mod, I figured you could kind of like walk people through what exactly you were doing here with the volume switch and tell folks the story behind this cabinet, because you were building this for a family member, correct?
Yeah, this is for my my grandnephew, so my sister's grandson. So that's my grandnephew. He has the Pac-Man machine and he has this. And he's 8 years old, so I was really surprised that an 8-year-old is interested in the old arcade games. He's got Pac-Man and this one here. And this is the first time I had seen this in person. This is a very, very nice looking cabinet. So each time I do the mods, I want to get better, right? And I've never liked the fact that we weren't using the volume switch. Initially, we weren't using the power switch, and then we got that going, and then we started using the volume switch for the original cabinets where you had the 3 clicks, off, low, and then high as hell. But then with this cabinet, they switched to the sliding of volume.
Right.
And so when I got this, I'm like, oh man, how do I get this? So I researched online. No one had a video about it yet. One guy had I think it might have been a Reddit post about it where he had the text. So I found his script. He had an error with it because the way it works is you basically telling it when you move that slider to take the volume up 5 steps, right? Or if you go to the left, it takes it down 5 steps. But he had an error, so it can't go below 0 and it can't go above 100. But his script was allowing it to go above 100 and less than 0, and it would crash out. So you would be doing your volume. If you went over 100, then you just couldn't control the volume anymore. So I fixed that, and I got this going in this cabinet. So this cabinet works just the way a stock cabinet would work. You flick the switch on and off. You can control the volume with a knob. Now, the only thing with those, both with the traditional or the Generation 1 clicking toggle switch and this new one, you can control the volume when you're in the games, but if you have like an intro video, it does not allow you to control that. That just comes on at full blast, and it's outrageous. So I'm going to put up a video specifically talking about that mod. I'm going to include the script that you can do in the terminal that allow. Basically, what I did is I changed because I couldn't change the volume for that boot up video, the splash video they call it. I decreased the volume in that video so that when it boots up, it's going to be a reasonable volume.
Very cool. Very cool. So guys, make sure you subscribe to Detroit Love on YouTube. Make sure you check out his channel and look for this video if you're looking to do these kind of volume switch on the modded arcade 1-ups. Very cool, man. All right. So one of the highlights of the show before we get to our bombshell announcements is, of course, the arcade game of the week, Elevator Action. This was, excuse me, this was picked by everyone, the community watching the show last week, and I'm going to get your gameplay video going here in the background while we talk about it, and we'll talk about our experience playing the game this week. So I've played Elevator Action before, and if other folks have played Elevator Action, by all means, join the conversation, throw your chats in the chat box, and we will get them up on the screen and talk about it. And now I enjoyed it. Like, I liked it. Now, I was so hard on RoboCop last week. RoboCop just, I hate to say it, ticked me off because that game just, I don't know why, it just drove me nuts. Now, in this game, you die even quicker in the Elevator Action game. Hang on a second here. Let's get the we'll move ahead in your video here. There we go. There's your video. That way we have something playing in the background there. Okay, so this game, one hit, you die. So it's even harder than RoboCop. Yet I loved this game way more than RoboCop. What did you think about Elevator Action, Carl?
Well, I mean, it's definitely a complex game. The thing that's pretty intriguing about it, you would think it would be pretty easy because you can see all the floors, you can see who's coming at you. But unfortunately, those guys they know where you are regardless of what floor they're on. So they're not just going like a Pac-Man goes aimlessly through the this maze here. They are pursuing you with a passion. And so they're coming straight at you. They know which floor you're on and they're coming at you. So it is a difficult game. I wouldn't say it's as difficult as RoboCop because RoboCop was ridiculous. This game is by far definitely not easy. But it's a lot better than RoboCop was for sure. But these guys are relentless. They are not going to stop until you're dead.
Yeah. Now, did you get all the way to the bottom at all?
I got down to the bottom where I could see the getaway car.
Right.
And, but what I didn't realize, because I don't know if you picked this up, when you press up or down in the elevator, it makes the elevator go up and down. Yeah. So as a result of that, you cannot duck while you're on the elevator. Oh, and I didn't realize, I didn't put that together. So when I got near the bottom, I kept trying to duck, and then I got killed every time. I probably should have jumped, and I probably could have lived. But I could see the getaway car; it was right there, and I could not make. I had like 3 guys left when I got to that point, but at that point, it's all elevators. There's literally almost no floors left. You're just on these series of elevators, so that makes it a lot more difficult to navigate. It definitely because you can't duck. So if they get there and shoot, you can't duck like this, like he's doing right now. So, yeah. So I think I'm gonna have to play it again this week, and I got to get past it because I didn't like the fact that I couldn't get that 10,000 starter high score.
Right. You want to get on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
So I played it and I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I could see why this was a quarter munching favorite back in the day. I did like the cute animations. I loved the music. The music was fun. It wasn't annoying. I never like one hit and you're dead, but it didn't drive me bonkers in this game as other one hit and you're dead games have in the past. I did also post a video on my channel. You guys can check it out. I played it I was streaming it live using the coin ops, and the version worked really, really well, emulated perfectly, can't complain. And I just had a blast. Like, I really enjoyed it. And, you know, and even when I died, I wasn't like rage quit. This game sucks. I never want to play this game again. It was like, I want to go again. I think I can get to the bottom this time. And you don't. But also on that coin ops image, if you guys get coin ops and if you get the arcade only edition, which I have for coin ops, they also have elevator action, the return or elevator action returns. Did you have access to play that one at all, Carl?
I did not. That's all totally new to me, so I'll have to check that out. I'm not familiar with coin ops.
And that game was really cool. That game was really cool. We'll talk about that here in 1 second. We do have some comments in the chat. Love knocking the lights out in that game. Yes, guys, pro tip. If you're playing elevator action and you're coming down the elevator, as you're starting to get to the floor, shoot that gun, shoot out the lights, make it dark. It does help you evade the enemies. They get confused. They can't find you while it's dark. Smushing the black hats with the elevator. I did not do that during any of my sessions. I didn't even know you could do that. But that's were you able to do that, Carl? Did you get any of the bad guys stuck on top of the elevator and get them smushed?
I did not, and I didn't know that you can shoot out the light. So thanks for that tip there, Wolf and Owl's Eye. I'll have to try that. That may help me get to the bottom.
Yeah, so that is definitely one. And we got here, Rex says he's got a Taito Game Room Classics Arcade 20-in-1. Super cool, man. And that's one of the games that is on there. Fantastic. And then, yes, Brian says elevator action returns is even better. I would agree. Look at that. See, Wolf and Oz, this guy knows his stuff. Guys definitely want to check out his stuff. Hello, Analog. Welcome to the show. We're just talking about elevator action. You can smush them. So I didn't smush any black hats. I'm going to try because this game does have replay value. So I know I will be giving it. I'll be playing it more and more often. Carl, what do you think? Are you still going to play it, or are you like, no, moving on?
No, I'll play it. You know, again, I have my Galaga. I have basically a 60-in-1, even though it has Wolf and Owl's image with 2,200 games on it. But I used the kid mode, and I reduced the list, and elevator action has always been included on that list. So I do play it occasionally. You know, this type of game where I've never gotten past the first board, so I get on here and get killed and then move on to the next game. So with these tips here, with shooting out the light, and now that I know that you can't duck on the elevator, I'm definitely going to get that high score this week.
Oh, look at that. See? All right. I want to see the video pics or it didn't happen. But yeah, so, and if you guys are new and not familiar with this game, just a quick recap. You play as a secret agent. You come in to the game starts, you slide down a wire, you're at the top of a building, and the goal is to make your way to the basement to the getaway car. And along the way, you got to find the red doors that have the secret plans. Excuse me, you grab the secret plans, and you got to get those plans all the way to the bottom. And if you don't die, make it all the way, you can win some serious points. And considering this game came out so long ago, and look at the graphics here, not that great. It's fun, and I really enjoyed it. Hang on 1 second.
And I believe they said it was 30 levels of these things, and that just seems unreal because this first level is very difficult to get off of.
So yeah, let's see here. We'll pull up my video real quick, so maybe we will be able to show people some elevator action returns actions. So just bear with me 1 second while we find it. And let's see here. This is the one we did. And I might as well skip the ads. No ad revenue for PDubs. So
I'll have to add you to my family plan so you can get rid of those commercials.
Yes, absolutely. So let's do this. Let's get to this. Where are we at? All right. Oh, here we go. So this is elevator action returns. Let me see if I can get this. There we go.
Is that on the Raspberry Pi image? Is that on Wolf and Owl's image?
No, this is running off of CoinOps. So this is running off of CoinOps. So yeah, I should have done what a lot of streamers do: put a little small. You put yourself in the corner of the screen and then have the game take up the whole screen. But this is just how I did it. I thought it looked okay. But Elevator Action Returns definitely has better graphics. Look at that Pac-Man shirt. That's an awesome Pac-Man shirt. And the gameplay experience is intense. I mean, you get a life bar, which is cool. So it's not one hit and you're dead. But all the enemies, kind of like a traditional beat 'em up, they all take more than one hit to die as well. So as you can see here on the right, you can see it. And also the backgrounds are more interactive. You can blow things up. There's lights, there's video cameras. You have to, and all the different bad guys are a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. And I actually made it all the way to the bottom, probably by my third try on this one. And when I did this stream, it was the first time I had ever played Elevator Action Returns. So I would highly recommend Elevator Action as well as Elevator Action Returns. I think you guys will have a lot of fun playing these games. In fact, let me try and skip ahead to when you get near the bottom. Like, as you can see here, you could do all kinds of like cartwheel flips, shooting multiple guys. And also, too, you could pick up power-ups and change your weapon. And right there, boom, I got smushed. It was hilarious.
And what is the caution for? You run out of time or what?
I think because I was about to get smushed on the elevator. I think that's why that was popping up right there. But then, of course, right there, you go in, get your plans. It's the same premise. Go get the plans out of the red door and make your way down. It's definitely a much faster paced and more frantic gameplay experience. And let's see here. Let's get down to the bottom. And then right here, I got to the bottom, skipped ahead, and then completed. And then you can move on to the next level. So it's a lot of fun. If you guys got to check them out. And if it's on the CoinOps arcade version, or even if you get CoinOps Next, which has everything, it should be on that as well. And I'm sure you can get it on a Raspberry Pi or whatnot. Wolfenaz says the airport level after that first level is killer. Thanks for the warning. I only made it through the first level and then I stopped. So, but I definitely want to replay that game. Analog says Elevator Action Returns looks a lot like Rolling Thunder. I would agree. All right, so let's get this off of here.
Yeah, Rolling Thunder is a favorite game. It's difficult as heck as well, but it's a lot.
Yeah, and what do we got here? Boom. Okay, we're back. All right, cool. Now you can actually see us. Okay, wonderful. All right, so that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend Elevator Action. I would not recommend RoboCop. What about you, Carl? What do you think of RoboCop?
No, but Elevator Action, that's definitely should be on everyone's vertical or horizontal if that's the way you're going to play it.
Yeah. Do us a favor, guys. Make sure you check out those games, and you can leave me comments, send me messages, whatnot. Let me know what you thought of them if you've never played them before or whatnot. Okay, so definitely, guys, we would like to know what the arcade game of the week is going to be next week. So we're going to let the community once again to decide. You guys chose Elevator Action.
Well, since we were talking about Nintendo, if you guys pick a game that has Mario in it, I'll be Mario next week.
Are you talking about you're going to dress up as Mario?
I'll dress up as Mario if they pick a game of the week to include Mario.
that would be hilarious. If you guys missed the episode 2 episodes ago, Carl was dressed as Spider-Man. I had no idea you were going to dress as Spider-Man. You joined the show. I sent you the link, and you popped on the screen, and you're dressed as Spider-Man, and it blew me away. Well, I'll tell you what. If you dress as Mario, I'll dress as Luigi, because I do have a Luigi costume from Halloween. I was Luigi this last Halloween. This is perfect.
All right. Well, let's do it.
All right, guys. In the chat, pick a Nintendo arcade game to be game of the week for this week, and that way on next week's show we will we'll take the challenge. If you guys pick one, we'll wear the costumes during the show. It'll be hilarious. I might even just I might shave the bottom here. I might go with the mustache. You got to do the mustache. Are you going to do it, Carl?
Absolutely. Why not?
There you go. There you go. Oh, come on. No comments yet. No votes. This is nuts. All right. So what are some good ones? You got Donkey Kong. What else? What else would be good?
All the Donkey Kong series. The Mario actually has some games as well. What are you suggesting here? Mario Brothers or Donkey Kong? I definitely would go with Donkey Kong. That would be my choice.
All right, so we want to have Donkey Kong as game of the week next week, baby.
Yeah, you guys should be playing too.
Yeah, well, there's Duck Hunt as well, but Mario's not really in that.
No.
Well, it can be a Nintendo arcade game that is not Mario, and we'll still dress up like them. That would be hilarious. So yeah, we'll have to take a peek here. So I guess the community needs help. Let's pick some Nintendo Classic arcade games. Let's see if we can find a good list here for folks. Let's see here. I'm looking this up. How far have you gotten in Donkey Kong while I'm looking this up? Because I swear I've only gotten to maybe the third level in Donkey Kong or the second level. I don't think I've even gotten them to the
Donkey Kong. I can get pretty far.
All right. So you might have me rage quitting. Wasn't Popeye a Nintendo game?
Yeah, Popeye is Nintendo.
Popeye was Nintendo. What else was Nintendo, guys?
Mario Brothers versus Mike is saying there.
Oh, here we go. Now the comments are coming in. All right, so Analog says Mario Kart 8 DX. Nice. Too bad we can't play. That's not a classic arcade game. This is supposed to be more classic. But yeah, we appreciate that though. Yeah, Wolfenoz says Popeye. Punch Out's Nintendo. There we go. Here we go. Come on, guys. We got another.
Brian says Arm Wrestle. What is that?
Arm Wrestle. Oh, it's do I have it? I'm trying to think if I have it where I could pull it up real quick.
Now the people that's suggesting Popeye, they want to see us angry like we did with RoboCop. Because Popeye is a extremely hard game. Brutus is relentless. He will not let you breathe.
Yeah, he is. He's kind of a jerk, but
yeah, he's horrible. I don't think I can last very long on Popeye. Popeye is just hard as heck.
All right, we got Popeye, we got Punch Out, Dr. Mario. I don't recall if that was in arcades or not. I thought that was just a Nintendo console port. Let's see here. Wolfeve is not Nintendo, but it's great. I haven't heard of that one. I'm sorry. Okay, so far it's trending towards Popeye. Radar scope. Oh man. All right. I have a feeling we might be playing Popeye. Although I was looking forward to Donkey Kong.
I'm gonna do both.
Okay. Both?
Yeah, we'll make Popeye the game of the week, but I'll showcase both on my video then.
All right, so let me write that down. So Popeye, because that seems to be the big one in the chat. So okay, so Popeye will be our game of the week next week.
And let's see who gets the highest score on Popeye, because I don't think we're going to get much. Popeye is extremely hard.
Yeah, should we have a contest between like me and you?
Yeah, we should see who gets.
All right, and we'll obviously have to record it, so it'll be a recorded game. Now, whoever is the loser has to do a gift for the channel for followers on the next show. How about that?
That's cool.
Yeah, we could do like an Amazon gift card or something like that. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so that's it. Game of the week is also going to be PDubs versus Detroit Love Popeye. Whoever loses on their live stream of their recording of their scores will have to do a giveaway for the community on the next live show. So yeah, very cool. And then of course basically we'll just make it a Nintendo themed show. We'll talk about Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong and everything, but the game of the week will be Popeye. How does that sound to you, Carl? I think that would be great.
That's good. No, we're not going to dress up as Popeye there, Mike.
Oh man, that'd be funny though. Loser has to do a backflip.
The loser has to be olive oil.
Oh no. Neither one of us is skinny enough to pull that off. Arm wrestling should be funny to play. Yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, definitely we're gonna do all that stuff. That sounds great.
I can actually still do a backflip, so that's not so hard.
Can you do a backflip?
I can, but I just weigh too much now. So it's if I do a hand backflip, my wrists are going to be in pain. If I do a no hand, then my ankles are going to hate me.
Wow.
But I can still do it. If I have enough beer, I'll try it. But I can do it into the water. I can do it off, trampoline, all that stuff. But just on the ground, I'm just at 190 or whatever I weigh. That's why acrobats are tiny people, because you need.
Yeah. Well, here's what I can say. This is how many backflips I've done in my entire life. 0. So we're not going to try.
all my brothers we could all do flips, and the brother under me, he's only one, the third brother, he's the only one that couldn't do flips. All the rest of my younger brother would do flips off the garage and all kinds of crazy stuff. I wasn't quite that adventurous.
Yeah. All right. So quick recap once again. Next week's show is going to be Nintendo themed. The game of the week is going to be Popeye. You might see us dressed up as Mario and Luigi. Excuse me. And then, of course, we're going to have a Popeye scoring contest. And whoever does the worst has to buy somebody in the community who watches next week's show. You're going to win a prize. We'll pick someone from the live chat who's actually on the show next week. I think that's really cool. So great job, guys. I appreciate you helping us come up with that. This is technically, we like to say it's our show, but it's a show for everybody. So very cool. Okay, guys, as we wind things down, we do have some exclusive stuff from AtGames that we definitely wanted to share with the community on this particular broadcast. So for those who watch my channel, you saw we did a teaser video earlier this week where in the next firmware update, you can get your Raspberry Pi plugged in via USB and get that going on the Legends Ultimate. You plug it into the HDMI, then you take a male-to-male USB cable and use that as your controller to plug into the USB port on the AtGames, and it becomes plug and play at that point. So no, you don't need to Bluetooth your Raspberry Pi anymore, and you could just plug it in and get it working. I have the firmware early. I tested it. I got it working. Some other guys are still working on it. There are some bugs, areas of improvement. I think some of it might have to do with the images that people are using. Maybe some images are a little more funky than others, but for the most part, at least on the 2 images I tested, I got it working without any major issues, just a couple minor hiccups, which we'll talk about more next week. Now, Carl, I know you're a big fan of Raspberry Pis and arcade 1-ups. How does this make you feel? I know you don't have an AtGames yet, but what if you could get an AtGames, build that Raspberry Pi image, and just plug it into an AtGames machine and play it? Would that change your mind about placing an order?
I mean, well, AtGames, if they can ever be available anywhere. But yeah, I mean, my channel is all about teaching people how to, better use their products, and AtGames just keeps going at it. So I may just have to get one and squeeze it in here because they're definitely having some interesting things coming in. What you're about to announce may be the thing that makes me pull the trigger.
Yeah, we'll do that here in just 1 second, guys. I'm going to keep them on the edge of their seats for just a little longer. So yes, guys, we do have the Raspberry Pi firmware update coming. It's super exciting, and I think that's great. I mean, plug and play your Raspberry Pi if you're not a fan of coin ops or building ROMs on a flash drive, which that is a time-consuming process. That's a good way to go. But there's more. What if I told you guys that another capability is on the horizon? I did get the approval from AtGames where I could do a teaser. And what if I told you let's throw this in the chat first. If you guys could plug in something via USB into the AtGames Legends Ultimate and have it working plug and play, besides a Raspberry Pi and your PC, what would you want it to be? Let's hear some comments in the chat. The chat does run about what 60 seconds behind, so we'll have to stall for time here. But definitely, guys, this is the announcement you've been waiting for. So what else could you plug in to your AtGames Legends Ultimate and have it be plug and play, and that would make you super excited? Let us know in the chat, guys. Look at this. CMTZ says, make me want to buy one. Well, we are, guys. It's coming. It's coming.
Now, Rex says put a Pi 4. It doesn't matter which Pi that you plug into the new system, does it? With the
the Pi I've been using is a Pi 3B Plus. Okay. I don't have a Pi 4. I haven't tested a Pi 4. I will talk to the other guys on the beta teams and see if if they're using Pi 4 or Pi 3B. So for me, Pi 3B Plus works. So make sure you have one of those. All right. Some folks are saying Switch, plug in your Zune, JAMA boards, mini game consoles. Yeah, that'd be cool. C64.
Wade 3 says light gun would be sick.
Light guns would be sick. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the chat is running awfully behind, but here come all the comments now.
I want to play Duck Hunt, Time, House of the Dead, etc., etc.
Really? And what do you need to play those games?
Look like light gun is the popular.
All right, guys, here it is. Coming sooner than you think. Oh yeah, light guns via USB. Oh yeah, PDubs is testing it now, and it is so much fun. So get your aim track light guns that plug in via the USB, and you guys are going to be able to play light gun games on your Legends Ultimate, and it's coming sooner than you think, guys. Hopefully that'll get you excited. I am not allowed to share any more information than that. It's really cool that AtGames let me at least announce that, but it's coming, guys.
Now, is it going to work with particular light guns, or are they providing the light gun, or what?
Well, you're gonna have to buy the light gun yourself. So I purchased an aim track, and that's the one I've been testing, and it works on the firmware. So there's some hiccups, of course. The firmware is not ready to go out, but it's gonna happen, guys. You're gonna have the ability to play light gun games on your Legends Ultimate.
Well, damn it, that's right there. Now I gotta have one.
I want to see video of Carl in the basement standing 10 feet away from his arcade machine. Actually, no, that might be too far. 7 feet away from his arcade machine, playing Duck Hunt and stuff. So yeah, this is great stuff, guys. I hope that excites you. And I know it excites me because we're having a lot of fun playing with this stuff early. And of course, when you play with this stuff early, it's buggy, there's issues, and we try to figure out giving them feedback so their engineers can figure out how to fix it and get it ready for release. But it's awesome, dudes. Plug in your light gun to the USB, and the aim track sensor, you just mount it on top of the cabinet, and it's fantastic. And it's a huge game changer. So yes, and look, we even got a thing here. Game changer. So you heard that, guys. Carl wants an AtGames Legends Ultimate. We had those 2 bombshell announcements that got exclusive to the channel, which is fantastic. We really appreciate that. I'm sure you guys are going to see a ton of YouTube videos in the next week and a half from all kinds of creators with their Raspberry Pis and possibly light guns. Possibly it might, if it gets delayed another week, it'll be within 2 weeks. Either way, this is good stuff. Good stuff for the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the most requested thing, even with arcade 1-ups. Like, man, people want to play the light gun games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so it's no longer just a TV. Now, because you can plug in your Wii and just pretend it's a TV, but now you're actually going to be running the games on the cabinet itself without having to plug in a Wii and just have your light gun plugged in and playing it. It's going to be awesome.
That's cool.
It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. And thank you. You're welcome. Hey, what can I say? I have to beg, plead, and cry I basically have to have a jar of baby wipes every time I'm done talking to these people, because I feel like I'm gonna have to take a horse bath with how much I have to beg and plead and cry in order to get an exclusive. So Sean says that's so rad. I might have to make room for one. Definitely. So many functions with this machine. Can't wait. All right. We are coming up on the end of our show, guys. I hope you guys have really enjoyed the broadcast today. We touched on a lot of topics. BurgerTime, they're running out. Less than 500 are available. Get your orders in. We also have secret levels in the PlayStation 1 of Frogger. So if you want to play the Qbert level, I'll put a link in the show description after the show posts on YouTube, where you could do that if you're interested in doing that. AtGames is available at Walmart. You might as well get your orders in and stop hoping about beyond hope for Sam's Club, because that just seems such it's not going to happen anytime soon with Sam's Club, like in bulk. And then of course we have Elevator Action. We both give it the thumbs up. Great game. And then also, what else did we do? Oh yeah, the Raspberry Pi next week, and then also Light Gun Games, guys, on your Legends Ultimate. Pretty cool stuff. So that's pretty good show.
We also mentioned about getting your volume switch working on your arcade 1-ups. Like I said, that makes a big difference when you don't have to tell somebody, oh, this works and that doesn't work. It just works the way you think it should work. If it says volume, it should control the volume. If it says off and on, it should turn it off and on. So I think that's important. Yes.
Make sure you guys check out Detroit Love's channel. Make sure you subscribe to his channel and check out that video if you're interested in doing that kind of modification. Detroit Love is the tech guy. I'm just here for the excitement. And then what else do we got? Oh yeah, your Light Gun Games, your Raspberry Pi. Stay tuned. Subscribe to PDubs Arcade Loft. I'll have videos ready to drop whenever they say the firmware is live. I'll hit publish, and you guys can check it out and do all those walkthroughs.
Don't forget about the contest next week. You got to be on the live show. Whoever loses with playing Popeye, whoever gets the lowest score has to give out a gift card from Amazon to one of the viewers.
Yeah, guys, if you do not tune in live to the show next week, you are not going to be included in the giveaway.
Just throw them out the window.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to watching Detroit Love buy the Amazon gift card. I'm going to take you, man, and Popeye, you're going down.
Popeye's hard, so that's a big stick you're throwing.
And we got to get Rex on the show next week. Rex is such a good guy, and Rex should have 10,000 followers. That guy's awesome. We got to get Rex on the show. All right, guys, I cannot believe we crammed all of that in 1 hour. That is amazing how much we jam-packed in this show. So we really appreciate it. You want to do the sign off for us there, Carl?
You got it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Opening.
This is PDubs and Detroit Love, and we're just wrapping up another video. See you next week, guys.